Have you ever felt invisible in your own life? Like your pain doesn't matter to the people around you? You speak, they smile, then they turn everything back to themselves. You're not imagining it. You're facing something ancient and brutal, a force that wears friendship like armor, but leaves you hollow inside. The narcissist doesn't announce their arrival with thunder or fire. They come with warmth, with words that sound like compassion. They mirror your wounds so perfectly you think they understand, but understanding requires presence, and they are never truly there. Their attention is a performance, rehearsed to perfection, calculated to disarm. Marcus Aurelius walked through halls filled with flattery and false faces. He knew that power attracts those who feed on the light of others. The narcissist operates the same way, always positioning, always measuring. They do not connect, they consume. They do not love, they possess. And when you finally see it, the mask has already carved into your soul. Their words sound sincere until you replay them in your mind. Notice how every story ends with them as hero or victim. There is no middle ground in their narrative, no room for you. Your joy becomes their spotlight, your suffering becomes their stage. And if you dare to shine without permission, they will dim you with silence. You begin to doubt yourself, your instincts, your worth. This is not weakness. This is their design, their ancient strategy. A narcissist thrives in confusion where boundaries blur and truth bends. But clarity comes when you stop asking why they act this way. The question is not why. The question is, will you keep allowing it? Epictetus taught that we suffer not from events, but from our judgment of them. The narcissist's power lives in your permission, your hope, your silence. When you name the pattern, you break the spell they cast over you. This is the first step. Seeing without flinching, accepting without bitterness. The stone does not argue with the storm. It simply stands. They never apologize with the weight of understanding behind their words. Their apologies are shields, deflections wrapped in urgency to move on. I'm sorry you feel that way. Notice how blame slides back to you. A true apology requires ownership. Narcissists own nothing but the narrative. They reshape history until you question what you clearly remember experiencing. Watch how they react when you set a boundary, even a small one. The shift is instant. Coldness, anger, or sudden victimhood emerges. Boundaries are mirrors, and narcissists cannot stand what they reflect back. To them, your no is betrayal. Your self-respect is abandonment. But the Stoics knew those who punish your boundaries reveal their true intent. Seneca wrote about the poverty of the soul disguised as abundance. The narcissist appears confident, generous, even magnetic at first glance. But beneath the surface lies an emptiness that devours everything around it. They need your admiration like air, your validation like water in drought. Without it, they wither, and they will drain you to stay inflated. Notice how they isolate you slowly, like erosion shaping stone over time. Subtle comments about your friends, doubts planted about your family. Before long, you're alone with them, convinced no one else truly understands. This is not love. This is control. This is the cage built with whispers. And the door was never locked. You simply forgot where it stood. The Stoic does not fight every battle, does not answer every accusation. There is strength in silence, in refusing to dance to chaos they create. You cannot reason with someone who weaponizes your honesty against you. Your truth does not need their approval. Your reality does not need their validation. The mountain does not explain itself to the wind that howls around it. They charm strangers effortlessly while treating you with indifference behind closed doors. In public they shine. In private you feel the cold weight of their disregard. This duality is intentional. The mask fits perfectly for those who matter least. But you who see them clearly become the threat to their carefully crafted image. And threats must be managed, minimized, or made to feel they are the problem. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself daily, People act according to their nature. The narcissist's nature is not rooted in malice, but in profound inner absence. They are not villains in their own story. They are always the misunderstood hero. Understanding this does not mean accepting their behavior as your burden to carry. It means releasing the hope that they will suddenly become who you need them to be. You've tried explaining how their actions hurt you over and over again. Each time, the conversation twists until you're defending yourself instead of being heard. This is gaslighting, the slow erosion of your grip on what is real. They don't need to win the argument. They only need to confuse you enough to doubt yourself. But confusion dissolves when you stop participating in the performance they direct. The Stoic principle is clear. Control what you can, accept what you cannot. You cannot change them. You cannot love them into awareness or accountability, but you can reclaim your energy, your clarity, your right to peace. Detachment is not cruelty. It is survival. It is honoring the life you still possess. The river does not mourn the stones it leaves behind as it flows forward. They will tell you that you're too sensitive, that you overreact to nothing. This is projection. Their emptiness reflected onto your legitimate response to harm. Your feelings are not the problem. Your standards are not unreasonable. What they call drama is simply you refusing to disappear for their comfort. And that refusal, quiet and steady, is where your power truly begins to return. Walking away feels impossible because they've woven themselves into your identity. You've invested time, emotion, hope, and the mind resists abandoning that investment. But the Stoics understood sunk cost as a trap that binds us to suffering. What you've already given does not justify giving more of yourself away. The blacksmith does not mourn the metal lost in shaping a blade that breaks. They will sense your distance before you even speak it aloud. Suddenly they become everything you once needed. Attentive, apologetic, present. This is the cycle. Devalue, discard, then hoover you back when you try to leave. It's not love returning, it's strategy. It's the fear of losing their supply, and the moment you settle back in, the coldness returns like winter's bite. Epictetus said we are disturbed not by things, but by our view of things. You are not weak for staying. You are human, wired for connection and hope. But wisdom arrives when you see the pattern clearly and choose differently. Hope without evidence is not faith. It's denial dressed in noble clothing. The tree that bends too far in the storm does not survive. It snaps. Protect your peace the way you would protect a flame in the wind. This means distance. This means boundaries they will call cruel or selfish. Let them call it what they will. Your survival is not up for negotiation. The Stoic does not seek revenge or validation from those incapable of giving it. You simply remove yourself from the battlefield and rebuild in quiet resolve. There is no closure coming from them, no final conversation that will heal you. Closure is not given, it is taken. It is built in the silence after you leave. You will grieve what you thought they were, not who they actually are, and in that grief, you will find yourself again, raw but unbroken. The forge does not apologize for the heat that shapes the steel into strength. The aftermath is not immediate peace. It is the long climb back to yourself. You will question if you were too harsh, if you misunderstood, if you failed them. This is the residue of their voice still echoing in the chambers of your mind. But with each day of distance, the fog lifts and clarity returns like dawn. You begin to remember who you were before they rewrote your story. Seneca wrote that we suffer more in imagination than in reality. The fear of their reaction, their judgment, their absence, it looms larger than the truth. And the truth is this: you will survive without them. You will breathe easier. The weight you carried was never love. It was the exhausting labor of being unseen. Freedom feels strange at first, like a bird who forgot it had wings all along. Not everyone who smiles at you wishes you well. Not every hand extended lifts you up. The narcissist teaches you discernment, the ancient skill of reading beneath the surface. You learn to trust actions over words, patterns over promises, consistency over charm. This is not cynicism. This is wisdom earned through fire and shaped by experience. The wolf does not survive by trusting every sound in the forest. Neither should you. Marcus Aurelius faced betrayal, manipulation, and facades daily in the Roman court. Yet he chose to focus not on changing others, but on fortifying his own character. Your strength is not measured by how long you endured their chaos. It is measured by your willingness to finally say, "Enough, no more. I choose me." The ocean does not ask permission from the shore to reclaim what belongs to it. You are not broken because you fell for their mask. You are human. But you are also capable of rising, of healing, of reclaiming your inner fortress. The Stoic path is not about eliminating pain. It is about refusing to be ruled by it. You faced the storm. You named the monster. You walked through fire and survived. And now, scarred but sovereign, you stand on solid ground, unshaken, unmoved, free.